this a joke? I made my family disappear?
Kevin, you're completely helpless.
No, Kevin, you're what the French call les incompétents.
Kevin, I'm going to feed you to my tarantula.
You are such a disease.
There are 15 people in this house, and you're the only one who has to make trouble.
Look what you did, you little jerk.
I made my family disappear. Back to Tonight, ladies and gentlemen. I am your host, Bruce, and this is Tonight with Bruce Martin. We've been gone for about, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, I lost count. The last episode I did pretty good, believe it or not. We got a lot of views on that one. Joseph Donofrio from A Bronx Tale. If you missed it, go back and check it out. That was a really good episode. I want to thank Joseph for coming on the show. That was pretty badass. That was one of my biggest guests that I've had on the show. The guy was in the Goodfellas and the Bronx Tale. Come on. Also, ladies and gentlemen, tonight we got a great show for you tonight, so don't go anywhere. We have, without a doubt, one of the funniest guys I know, talk show host of Movie Night. And ladies and gentlemen, he's a director, he's an actor, he does it all. Will Devokees, right here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Also a great music performance, ladies and gentlemen, by the one and only, very talented young man. I'm telling you right now, Brae Cruz is on the show tonight. As you can see, I light it up tonight, huh? Yes, I lit up tonight, ladies and gentlemen. I'm ready to go, ready to be back, ready to do the show again. It's been a while, but personal reasons got in the way, and unfortunately, couldn't do the show, Plus, I got another job on the side. Come on, this is not a job. This is more like a hobby, but, doesn't pay the bills. But I enjoy it. Bring you guys some laughter, You guys need some laughter nowadays. There's too much crazy shit going on out there. COVID cases rising. What else is new, right? What are you gonna do? Wear your mask. Don't wear your mask. I don't care. Nobody's listening anyway. But my Facebook account. Big news this week. My Facebook account got deleted. Yeah, over almost 5,000. I almost hit that 5,000 limit. I was at 4,900 and something. I don't know, something like that. And believe it or not, it just got deleted. I don't know what happened. Somebody probably reported me. Probably one of my posts. I don't know. I was probably on my third warning. I don't. But I lost my Facebook account. I still got my Instagram account, which is good. I still got my YouTube, got my Twitter, TikTok, you name it, Snapchat. I'm all over the place. But man, Facebook really hit me because that's where I do all my business. You know what I mean? And it's connected to my Tonight with Bruce Martin page, which is also has about 12,000 followers. So, you know, all those people. I mean, they're not gone. They're still there. But I will need to probably create a new account. If I don't get my old account back, I'll create a new account, new Facebook account. I'll be able to connect with my my talk show page, which has over 12,000 views. Anyways, enough about that. I just wanted to let you guys know I'm not on Facebook right now. So, unfortunately, you got to contact me through Instagram only, okay? Yes, I lost my Instagram, believe it or not, in June. Created a new account. Did pretty well. Got over 4,000 followers right now, so that's pretty cool. You know, more people tuning into the show. Appreciate it. Appreciate you guys. Don't forget to subscribe. It's for free. Come on, it's free. Subscribe and hit that notification bar so you can get the notifications whenever I do live or whenever I upload a new show. I would appreciate it. You know, I've been having a lot of celebrities come on lately. It's been pretty good, pretty fun to talk with them and communicate with them and learn more about them. The person, you know, behind the character, you know. It's pretty cool stuff. It's a holiday season, believe it or not. Christmas is right here. This coming Wednesday, Thursday, I don't know. Christmas is coming up this week. I just hope you guys are ready to go, enjoying your holiday season with family if you can, but safely, of course. You know, COVID's going up, so you just got to be careful. You never know what's going on out there, especially to protect your family, your parents, your cousins, your sisters, your uncles, your kids, even your dogs. You protect them all. But yeah, you know, I just wanted to bring that up. Also, last year I did a little video for Home Alone. I don't know if you guys seen it, but it's on my YouTube channel. If not, you can check it out on my Instagram. I'm pretty sure I'm going to post. I posted it a few days ago. You could just check it out there. It's pretty funny. It's me doing the recreation of one of the Home Alone scenes. But yeah, I mean, Christmas time is like, for movies, you name it. You got A Christmas Story, you got Home Alone, you got Jingle All the Way, you even got one of the all-time classics, A Nightmare Before Christmas. I mean, come on now. Classic, automatic classic. My favorite, personal favorite is, of course, A Christmas Story. I love that movie. One of my all-time favorites. I recommend everybody to check that movie out. They even have a 24-hour lineup on Christmas Day, so that's pretty cool if anybody's interested in seeing that. Do I have any New Year plans? Not right now. Do you know what's going on in the neighborhood? Huh? You got the inside scoop? Let me know. Comment below. But yeah, man, we got a great show for you tonight. But before I get to that, I just want to talk about Sex and the City. You guys know about Sex and the City, the reboot? Man, a lot of controversy going on right now. If you haven't seen it, stop watching this right now. Go watch it. Come back and finish the show. The reason I say that is because I'm about to spoil something for you guys. If you've seen it, you don't really care. As many of you already saw, they killed off one of the big characters of the show. I'm talking about Mr. Big. Yeah, Chris Noth. He's gone. Heart attack. Now, spoiler alert. If you don't want to hear the spoiler alert, get out of here. I'm kidding. Don't leave. Don't leave. I really need you here. The spoiler alert is basically, there's a rumor that Carrie Bradshaw, Sarah Jessica Parker, a.k.a., you know, I should have said a.k.a. before Sarah Jessica Parker. I'm such a dummy. Anyways, that she has dementia and that she's been losing her memory and stuff like that, and then it's going to play off throughout the season. And supposedly Big really didn't die. That's the rumor right now. That Big didn't die, Mr. Big, and that he's, you know, in her dilemma, in her dementia. You know, this is her vision of what she thinks happening, but it's not really happening. That is the rumor. Like I said, I gave you a spoiler alert in the beginning, so if you just heard this and you're pissed off, don't get mad at me. But yeah, in other news, Mr. Big, a.k.a. Chris Noth, is being accused by multiple women of sexual misconduct. I mean, every day somebody's being accused of something, right? I mean, like, come on, look at the world we're in. Even cancel culture, you know, is dying out. You know what I mean? Enough is enough. I mean, of course, if the accusations are accurate, it's not okay. Of course, it's not okay. But man, why do these women wait so many years? Why? You know, right? And then their excuse is that, oh, they saw him on the new And Just Like That Sex and the City show, and they were like, okay, I don't like the way he's, getting all this fame and this and that, whatever. It's bullshit. He's been on TV for 20, 30 years already, and you guys had more than enough time to come forward. Now you come forward saying he sexually harassed you, whatever it is. The accusations are there. I'm just quoting what I hear. At the end of the day, whether it's accurate or not, wait until more proof comes out. He's denying everything, of course. He's denying everything. But, then again, nowadays, you do got to be careful. You got to be careful. Everybody's under the radar, being accused of this, accused of that. At the end of the day, will this affect his career? Who knows? But look what happened to Chris Cuomo, on CNN. He was accused for helping his brother out, with the sexual assault case. And they terminated him. He's gone. He's no longer with CNN. That's the big news that happened last week. So I think that's goes to show you got to be careful who you talk to and what kind of business you do, especially when you don't know what's going on. Especially nowadays with social media, everybody's being targeted. It is what it is. But yeah, that's what's going on right now. So let's see what happens. Go check it out on Google to find out more information on the Chris Noth investigation and also about the Sex and the City. See if that's accurate enough. I want to give a really big shout out to, ladies and gentlemen, the guy that does the theme song of the show. The guy, one of the best performers, artists out there. I'm telling you right now, TELEMACHUS. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give him a round of applause because this guy is the real deal. He does the theme song for the show. He was very grateful, very helpful, in letting me use that song for the show. So I want to say thank you, thank you. And his accounts are going to be below. You can check him out on social media. He has a lot of new music, a lot of old music, new music coming up, whatever it is. Just go check it out. He's the real deal. TELEMACHUS on Instagram, YouTube, you name it. This guy is, no doubt about it, the real deal, which I said like 3 times. In movie news, believe it or not, Liam Neeson's coming back. He's going to be in a new action movie where he's going to be playing a former, how do you say? Oh, I got a brain fart. An assassin. An assassin in a movie. And believe it or not, he's going to be a guy that loses his memory. But at the same time, he needs to use his special skill set. You know what I'm talking about. Liam Neeson and his skill set. He's got to use that to combat somebody that's trying to frame him. At the end of the day, he's losing his memory. Pretty much Alzheimer's or something like that. But you know Liam Neeson. He's gonna kick ass. He's gonna show what he can do in this kind of role, like he always does. So I think that's pretty cool. Speaking of the new movies, Spider-Man: No Way Home just got released on Friday. And let me tell you something, ladies and gentlemen. You got to go see this movie. I haven't seen it yet, but I'm just promoting it because I think it's gonna be pretty good. A lot of people are talking about the multiverse and all these old characters coming back from all the different movies. You know, you name it. The Spider-Man in 2002, the original, even the new one that came out a few years ago with Andrew Garfield. So you got Tom Holland, Andrew Garfield, and Tobey Maguire. The rumors that they're all going to be in this movie. Who knows? Go see the movie. I'll most likely say something next week when I do the show. Yes, I'll be back next week. I know I've been taking a few breaks, but I'll be back next week. Don't worry about it. Believe it or not, Spider-Man the new movie, No Way Home, got 100% on Rotten Tomatoes. How cool is that, huh? How cool is that? I thought that was pretty cool. I think if any movie's going to get it, it's got to be Spider-Man. Because there's been so much hype about this movie for so long already. So I'm really looking forward to seeing it this weekend. Probably tomorrow. We'll see what happens. But yeah, just go check it out. Peaky Blinders is coming back for Season 6, coming out in early 2022. And there's been a lot of teasers going around about, Thomas Shelby, the main cast, the main character of the show, Thomas Shelby, a.k.a. Cillian Murphy, one of the all-time greats. I'm telling you right now, if you haven't seen Peaky Blinders, I highly recommend it. This is going to be the final season, but it's also going to lead to a movie and possibly even more. Even more Peaky Blinders are possibly on the way, but we'll see what happens. It's a great show, great series. In other news, I want to talk about Ray Donovan. Ray Donovan's coming back for a new season, ladies and gentlemen. And let me tell you something about this. Well, no, new season, not about, my apologies. Another brain fart. New movie. Supposedly it's going to be the final installment of the Ray Donovan franchise. Now, the TV series. There's rumors right now there's going to possibly be even more Ray Donovan after the movie. So we'll see what happens. If you're a Ray Donovan fan like I am, you are going to be excited for this news. Hey, it's fucking Lee Schreiber. You know what I mean? This guy's a legend. In other news, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to change the subject, talk about wrestling right now. Jeff Hardy, one of the all-time greats, Jeff Hardy, got fired over about a week ago, less than a week ago. The reason he got fired is because he ended up leaving during mid-match at a live event, and he left through the crowd. They didn't know what was going on. They think it's drug-related because of his past with drugs and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, a lot of people are saying and accusing him of knowing exactly what he's doing. He left. The company, the WWE, offered him rehab. He denied it. He didn't want to do it. He declined it, actually. And they fired him. That was the ultimatum. But I think he wanted to get out because he wasn't being treated and presented the right, writing, you know? He didn't get a chance to perform at the highest level like he wants to. The guy's been in the business for 27 years. So I just wanted to bring that up, a little wrestling news, because I'm a huge Jeff Hardy fan since I was a kid. Right now I don't watch wrestling, but when I do, it's usually, AEW, because they have Sting. I'm a huge Sting fan, always since I was a young kid. So it's cool to see Sting still wrestling today in 2021. 62 years old. The guy is flying around the ring. So cool to see that. I thought that was pretty cool. I also want to give a shout out to a good friend of mine, ladies and gentlemen. She was a former guest on the show. She'll be back down the road. Leslie Lanier, ladies and gentlemen, she just won a few awards for her short film, Grace. I'm telling you right now, her links are going to be below. Go check out her Instagram account. I just want to give a shout out to her because that's amazing. Congratulations, Leslie. You deserve it. You deserve it. That was pretty awesome. When I saw that, I was really happy for you and stuff like that. So definitely, I wish you the best for the future and continued hard work and everything that's going to come to you, because you deserve it. No doubt about it. I want to talk a little bit real quick about the interview coming up tonight with Will Devokees, ladies and gentlemen. It's an amazing interview, an amazing conversation with this guy. This guy's hilarious. He does an amazing Jay Leno impersonation. He Nicolas Cage impersonation. This guy is the real deal, which is why you should watch the interview. Keep in mind, I have a little issue during the interview. This is pre-recorded, by the way, the interview. I keep... yeah, it's because when I poured my drink, I ended up pouring too much of the liquor, and I didn't have enough soda and pineapple, whatever you want to call it. So I put too much liquor. It was more liquor than the actual pineapple, and it messed up my throat throughout the interview, so sometimes you're going to hear me. It's kind of like I have a hairball. Anyways, that's, just want to give you a heads up, so you don't be like, oh, that's annoying, Bruce. Well, now you know. Real quick before I end this monologue, you guys heard about the tornadoes that ripped through 5 states. The tornadoes came out of nowhere, ripped apart Kentucky. Over 100 people are rumored and confirmed to be dead. It's just devastation everywhere. They're blaming it on climate change. I'm going to leave it up to you guys what you believe, because, I'm not a person that blames it on this, blames it on that. It is what it is. Weather's weather. Tornadoes happen. But, if it is climate change, if it's not, that's up to you guys to decide. But it's just really sad, just over 100 people, maybe more, that are dead because of this, They didn't get enough warning and stuff like that. Supposedly the warning was that the tornadoes were going to be 100 miles away. How the hell did they mess that up? I don't know. Don't ask me. I'm just saying. I'm just trying to figure it out myself. That's insane. That's insane. That's it, ladies and gentlemen. I just want to say, rest in peace to all those people that died, Rest in peace. My condolences go out to the families of those that lost their lives, due to the tornadoes. You just gotta, some people say, you can't trust the media. Maybe you can't, but at the same time, you gotta be up to date. Get the alerts on your phone. Sign up for the alerts so you can know what's happening in your area. And don't be stubborn. If there's a tornado coming to your house, coming to your area, get the hell out of there. All right, get to the next state. I don't care if I don't know anybody in the next state. I'd rather live outside at another state, sleep in a parking lot, but I'll still be alive. That's just the way it is. Some people are stubborn. I don't want to lose this. I don't want to lose my house. I don't want to lose the memories. Screw that. Your life is more important. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, coming up next, a great interview with my good pal, Will Devokees. You don't want to miss that. It's going to be really badass. Sorry for the long monologue, but, you know, I'm happy to be back. Happy you guys are here. Please don't forget to subscribe. I would appreciate it. Send this over. Share this to your Facebook account. I don't have a Facebook no more. Send this to your Facebook. Share it with your friends, family, you know, distant cousins. I would appreciate it. Okay. Until then, what am I gonna? I'm about to end the whole freaking show. Anyways, coming up next, Will Devokees, and then coming up later on, ladies and gentlemen, a great performance by Brae, Cruz. You don't want to miss it. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. Ooh.
The following announcement has been paid for by the New World Order.
Welcome back to tonight, ladies and gentlemen, and man, we're getting right into the Christmas spirit, as you can see right here. But hey, before we get to that, we have ourselves an amazing guest, a good friend, a good pal, ladies and gentlemen, actor, director, the host of Movie Night, which you can check out on YouTube, season 1 and season 2, ladies and gentlemen, Will Devokees.
Please.
Yeah, they're listening.
Yeah. Oh, I see them right here. They're looking at me right in the eye. I'm getting really nervous. Look at them. Holy Lord. You didn't tell me you said live audience, but you didn't say it was going to be this many people. I feel like I'm at the circus.
They're there, man.
Because I'm here.
No, I should have let my hair go, man. I'm having a bad hair day. You're having a good hair day. This is really embarrassing, man.
Good hair day. This is head and shoulders, baby. Your hair's fine.
There you go. No, you look good. You look good. You got a drink, by the way? Because we have a drink on the show.
You ready? Here's all right. This is to you, to good friends. Ready? Let's toast. And
yeah, don't drop it now.
That's right.
Don't drop it now.
No, I'm not gonna drop it. I'm gonna. What the hell is this shit?
Oh wow! I just realized I put too much in the drink. Hold on a second.
What is that? Kool-Aid?
No, believe it or not, Bacardi with some lemonade. Yeah, I don't mess around, man. But at the same time, I can't drink it straight because, you know, I'm doing a show. But I did put a little too much, so if I buzz out and fall asleep, take over the reins, you know, take over the wheel. If I fall asleep, ladies and gentlemen, he's going to introduce the musical guest, and he'll even redo the movie review just for the hell of it. Oh, man. How you doing, man?
Well,
how you doing?
I'm good. It's great to be on your show finally. It's been a lot of fun just talking to you on Instagram. Now, I don't want to take over your show. I'm not going to be like, you know, I'm not going to Jay Leno you, you know. But
there you go. You could actually.
So, no, I won't. I have the hair of Conan if I cut it. But no, this is really cool. This is really cool because, like, you know, as you know, on the internet, there's a lot of people who are against other people. There's too much competition. And it's really cool because, like, you know, I always feel like, I don't know about you, but when I make a show, it's like, oh shit, this guy's doing it better than me, or this guy has funnier jokes. Like, I don't know if I should keep going. But you actually have a decent show going.
No, I appreciate that, you know. And you go back to when you started your show, Movie Night, pretty much, you know, was an inspiration to move forward with video for me, because it was just a podcast. I was playing around and stuff like that. But when I decided, I was like, you know what, if this guy can do it, I'm going to do it too. But I wanted to go a little different direction, add some music performances, a movie review, add some guests, which you have all of that. But I wanted to, you know, monologue and stuff like that, make some jokes that are not funny, but at least I laugh at myself, so that's all that matters.
but you know, but the good thing about it is, like, because I remember when you started, your show was called Movie Night Review, And I remember that because I cracked a joke like, oh man, that's actually pretty funny. I should crack something on my show about it because there's 2 movie nights.
Yeah.
And your hair looks great. You got the Count Dracula peak and everything. You're doing fine.
Okay. Keep going.
Oh yeah, keep going with the compliments. But
No,
whenever
no.
I say something,
But
he's sitting there going, he's like, oh yeah. Let me pull out a brush and like, oh, you're not complimenting me anymore.
no,
What the
I'm
age?
listening to you about the movie night. There was two movie nights, you know. So I had to add the
You're like,
review
wait.
at the end.
Just so you guys know, folks at home, just so you guys know, his actual guest that he had dropped out, and I'm a last minute booking. So, this is
Yeah.
what you get.
Yes, Stallone was busy. I appreciate you coming on at the last minute.
Stallone was all like, hey, go get that Will. I can't do a Stallone. I can't do a Stallone at
I
all.
can do a good Stallone. Believe. Check it out.
Do it.
You don't like Malacca, babe, huh? You don't like Malacca? It stinks. That's right, it stinks. I do it better when I'm alone.
See, you do all the good impressions. Like people be like, oh yeah, do Pesci, do Stallone, do De Niro, and then they're like, hey, Will, who could you do? And I'm like, John Lovitz. What are you, crazy? Yeah, no, I like John Lovitz, but it's like nobody's like, I'm not gonna go perform at birthday parties and be like, this fucking guy, he could do a great John Lovitz, and maybe if you're lucky, he'll do his Norm Macdonald afterwards. Like, that's not happening. The doors aren't opening for me for that shit.
But your best one, I heard you many times on Instagram, but you do a good Sean Connery and Nicolas Cage. By the way, both of them appeared in The Rock, an amazing movie that you probably still haven't seen, huh?
No, I haven't.
Oh, 2 actors that you do very well. You still haven't seen them. Well, I should have actually reviewed The Rock on this movie, on this show today.
I won't watch The Rock for one reason. I felt like, why should they call it The Rock when Dwayne Johnson isn't even in it? It's not even about him.
Right now, there's a singer going on.
I'm just kidding. Yeah. That's a bad joke.
You're gonna get one of these. No, trust me, you don't hear it, but it'll be there.
Oh no, I heard it. It's you pay that guy Scale up there that does it? No.
Yeah.
But the Nicolas Cage. You're right about Nicolas Cage, because that guy does everything now. Like, you could just write a script where it's just like a dude making a sandwich, and he'll be like, I've made a sandwich once or twice in my life. I could do that role. Cool.
It's perfect. No, but let's go back to the movie night. Let me tell you something. When you were telling me before about the movie night review that I had, the reason I changed it, because I was just like temporary starting point, just to see how I feel being on camera. But then I changed it to Tonight with Bruce Martin. But like I said, and people are going to be watching this and checking this out. But yeah, it was movie night, starring with the host Will Devokees, that gave me the path to do video and change up the name. You were against the name at the beginning. You were like, call it late night, call it last shot.
No, yeah, I was like, because like you have that really cool bar setting. I'm like, you should call it last call, and because that sounds like a show that would be on NBC after Seth Meyers or something. And now time for a last call with Bruce Martin.
It sounds good. It has a good ring to it, actually.
I mean, tonight, I'm not saying that it's a bad name. It's a good name, and it's fitting for you because the show usually airs tonight. And Mike, you're going to lose so many followers. I apologize. You needed to get Stallone on here.
Yeah.
But no, I just, next time. We have him, don't worry, he's in our little lockbox. No, but I just thought, and then I remember, because when you did movie night reviews, I was like, okay, is this going to be a problem? Because I had movie night, and I was never too keen on the name movie night. I just thought it was like, okay, I wanted to call it, I wanted to do something like The Daily Show. And I wanted to call it kind of like, I don't know, like Your Local Video or something like that.
Yeah.
but dude, there were so many. When I came up with the idea for this show, it was years ago. This was like back in 2011 when nobody was doing a late night format on YouTube. I wanted to do it a certain way. I was like, I didn't want to be the guy that is sitting in front of his laptop with a bunch of jump cuts going, here's what I think of the news. I wanted to have like a studio. I'm not trying to poke fun at you, but I wanted to have a multi-camera setup with lights and graphics and make it feel like a news show. Now, of course, The Onion did something like that, you know, but I really wanted to have giveaways and to have like, you know, this is how you do this, you know, or this is how we tried this back then. Gear for video and making films was so fucking expensive. It wasn't until like the past maybe 5, 6, 7 years you could find stuff that was really affordable. Like if you wanted to buy an Aura kit, it was like a couple grand, man, or even a camera. Like most cinema cameras being used were HVXs, and then the DSLR kind of came along and changed things up and made it a lot more affordable around like 2010 and onward. But getting lighting and audio was really hard. So I really wanted to be that guy that was like, hey, you want cheap stuff? You want stuff that'll work and get you by so you can make the movie? Buy this. And it might not last you a long time, but it could get you through something. And now some of this gear that I use, fuck, man, this shit lasts forever. Like it's well built. It's not like, you know, like I use a lot of Rode products. A lot of people are against it. They're Sennheiser all the way, and good for them. But like, you know, when you're on a budget, you got to use what you got to use. And I like to promote creativity wherever I go. I used to be that guy that was like, oh yeah, that guy's doing something. Yeah, fuck him. Fuck him. He's competition. And I'm not like that anymore because I grew up a little bit. Right. And now, like, because Kevin Smith said this fucking thing where he was like, that guy that you don't like, that is trying to make his movie, is going through the same shit that you're going through. And one day he might make your favorite movie. And it really hit hard with me because there's a lot of people who hate me. I don't know why. I think it's because I have better hair than most people. I'm kidding. But you got good hair too. But like, you know, I just feel like there's a lot more that could be done if we all work together, you know. And even though I'm not really kind of promoting that on movie night yet, I do kind of support the indie people. You okay? Get COVID?
I did tell you that I had a little too much in it.
Yeah. Well, that's fine.
It's kicking in.
But I to make the long story short, I'm happy that I inspired you. I didn't really know that I inspired you to kind of change the name and to do kind of different. But that's great, man. That's fucking cool. Because like I said, I watch your show when I can. You know, I'm all over the place nowadays. I'm doing all kinds of crazy shit, you know. So but I try to at least watch you and Jimmy O. I don't know if you watch his show when he gets on. He has a great show. I do watch him. And you should get Jimmy on your show.
Let's give a shout out to Jimmy O. Let's do it right now. Get your drink ready. Get your.
I don't know.
He dropped it again. Yeah, surprisingly. Yeah, well, let's give a shout out to Jimmy O for his
to James O'Neill of Nazareth, who has died for my sins, the third, Esquire.
I can't drink too much because I put too much in there. I overdid it.
Calorie free.
Yeah. But like you were saying about about your show, I think it's pretty unique how you have it, especially the setup, the desk, the mic, the lights, everything that you do. A lot of people don't know this, but you know, you actually, you know, like I said in the beginning, you're an actor, director. You do your own, you know, appearances. You set up trailers and stuff like that. You have a lot of stuff going on, and I think a lot of people, if they go check out your Instagram or YouTube, they're gonna be admired, and they're gonna like it because it's interesting stuff. You just did a short. It was a trailer actually that came out a few weeks ago. Pardon me if I forgot the name. My apologies, but it was pretty cool. It looked like an actual real trailer. I sent it to a few people actually. They were like, "Oh, this is the kind of how do you say, B movie that I want to see. When is it gonna come out?" And I said, "Okay, let me get back to you on that because it's not a real, you know, movie. But they actually believed that they were actually gonna watch this film. You know what I mean? I thought it was pretty cool. Can you say the name of it?
I don't remember the name, but it's called the.
This is
I don't.
awkward. Awkward.
I'm a narcissist, but I'm not that into myself. Jesus,
That's
no.
my fault.
It's
I should have done my homework on that. My apologies.
it's called The Inhabitants. So what it is was it was a local contest. We the Milton Theater in Milton, Delaware. I'm a Delaware native. Has a cool competition they do every Halloween where the Revival House, Rob Rector and Rob Waters, they scrape together some dough and they go, okay, you have a week or 2 weeks to make a movie trailer. It has to be a fake horror trailer. It can be about whatever you want it to be, but you have to have this prop, which was hand sanitizer this year, and this line of dialogue, which was I only gave her flowers, and we didn't win. And I don't care about winning, man. I think it's cool to support the arts and to go. It's nice to win. It is nice to win. But I won like the last year that they did it, and that was great. But like, I want to see what other people are doing, especially locally, because there's not a really big, strong film community in Delaware. Like the film office in Delaware kind of sucks. Every time I try to call them for help or advice or anything, it's kind of like this guy in his basement or in like a garage going, "Yeah, you're making what? All right, we'll call you back," and they never call you. So it's kind of cool to see what local people are doing with shoestring budgets. And it was cool to just make something. It kind of kicks your ass in gear to do something with nothing and see what you can accomplish. And like I said, we had 2 weeks to do that trailer, but we did it in 3 days.
Wow.
And it turned out okay. I mean, it was fun. I had my employees do it. My boss, acting and directing is great, but it's not like a full-time career. I general manage a movie theater for Don Fox of Fox Theaters. It's a small chain. They got one in Reading, PA, and 2 in Ocean City. Great place to work. Couldn't ask for a better boss, except for when he yells at me. But no, he let me use a room or two in the projection booth of the theater because he looked kind of creepy. And I pitched it to him. I said, "Look, we're trying to go for this," and he was really amazed at it. He liked it, and it's not a movie he would watch. I'm sure he's not really into horror, but we did it and spent a lot of money on blood, and we tried to make it feel like a Hills Have Eyes, Wrong Turn, exploitation film from the 70s about 2 guys going to check up on their father, and he's been up to some weird experiments. It was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun to do it. So there's a lot of other things. You can see the trailer I did the year before called Clayton's Crossing if you're interested. And then I have a fake trailer. I pitched myself to make a Friday the 13th movie, and it went nowhere. And then see, I'm big on making fake trailers because I try to pitch myself, and I call them sizzle reels. I did the same thing when I tried to become the Daredevil for Netflix, and I'm not Daredevil, so there you go. But yeah, they're all on there. You can watch that along with some of my other stuff, and of course, movie night. If you want to waste 30 minutes of your life watching some shitty guy crack jokes that aren't funny.
You actually got 2 seasons of movie night on YouTube, right?
We have 1. I kind of stopped doing it.
You started season 2. There you go.
Yeah, well, that episode was part of season 1. And
Lawrence Harvey.
Lawrence Harvey was part of season 1, and we for some reason, I don't know why we didn't edit it. I think we were waiting on Sean's cartoon, and then we were like, we're gonna make it season 2. And then for season 2, we have people who want to be guests on the show, and this is a lesson to all you at home. Don't let your own inner mind like fuck with you, because my brain will be like, "You're not good. You're not challenging. You're not funny. Don't do this." And of course, when you put anything on the internet, it's like the scum of the universe anyway. So everybody has an opinion about what you do. Yeah. So people will be like, "This sucks. This guy's doing this," and it's mostly this is what it is. It will fuck with your mind, but it's mostly jealous people because you're doing what they want to do and they can't because they're either lazy, they don't have the means to. And that's why I do movie night, because I think everybody deserves a right to entertainment. Doesn't matter how much money you have, you deserve a right to some form of entertainment. 2, everybody deserves, no matter how good you are, because trust me, there are some pretty bad filmmakers out there. I'm not gonna name any names. They have a right to do what they're doing. It's up to you as an audience member to, go see it or fairly review it. Everybody's a fucking critic, and everybody, everybody's like, "Oh yeah, this guy fucking sucks." Yeah. So everybody's a critic. But I always say fairly reviewed because, you know, even though Bruce, you might not like a movie, I might see it and I might love it. And constructive criticism, believe it or not, will go a long way for not only the filmmaker, but for you as well, you know, the viewer, because, you know, there's some things that you may like, all right, I was kind of hard on this because they didn't have money or the acting wasn't that great, but you know what, I really like the special effects. Maybe I want to look back at what else they've done. And it's really cool. One thing I really like doing, go back in time, watch your favorite director, start from his first film and watch him grow as a filmmaker, as a storyteller. You know, because when you make an independent movie, look at fucking Peter Jackson. He started off making these really low budget horror films, and then he made the Lord of the Rings. You know,
The reason I do this, believe it or not, is because, you know, to make other people laugh, to make them feel good in a way. I try not to get political anymore on my show, but at the same time, the monologue makes people feel good. The music performance, people love music. Movie reviews, hey, if you don't like it, like you said before, who cares? I'm doing it because I like the movie. I enjoy doing it. And then I enjoy talking to people. So having you on the, you know, as a guest tonight, we're heading towards the end of the season 3. Man, I'm telling you right now, it's pretty badass. Believe it or not, I had you make a cameo appearance in the first episode of season 3, which was in the beginning of the season. So, you know, I thank you for that again, by the way. That was pretty cool. You know, a lot of people actually responded to me saying, you know, so who's this guy? But I was like, this guy, you know, is actually the guy that actually pushed me to move forward with my show. That's who he is. And he has his own show, so go check it out. I'm always promoting your stuff. You know, even if you don't see it on social media, I'm always talking about it.
I appreciate that. I mean, and as far as the movie reviews go, I mean, I'm not saying you shouldn't do movie reviews. I like movie reviews, but my thing is what I was saying about movie reviews about my show is like everybody is doing them. Yeah. So it's like I gotta find a way to like, and that's another thing, like nothing against you, but you should always constantly be evolving and finding different things to like, you know, we do a movie review on movie night, but I have to do it in a minute. I call it the minute movie review. And I think it's kind of a funny thing where it's like, oh God, because trust me, there are some movies that you could say a fuck ton about, but can you get it all out in the movie in 1 minute? Plus your show has a good sense of humor. I'm not smart enough to be political because I want to remain ignorant because honestly, I stand by the George Carlin thing that this country has bought, sold, paid for years ago. You know, that's just who I am. I mean,
hey, that's who we grew up on. That was the freaking guy right there. Him, Richard Pryor, you name it. All these guys that actually told it how it is. You know, believe it or not, it was George Carlin and Neil deGrasse Tyson that actually made me, you know, open up my mind a little bit and be like, you know, I'm not religious anymore, thanks to George Carlin and these guys. And you know, because they actually give you, if you listen to them, you'll understand more than you do by watching the news and stuff like that. You know what I mean? It's just, I still go back and watch George Carlin because it's just, he's a legend in the business. You know,
well, he was so relevant. Everything he said was whether you like it or not, it was relevant to the times. And like, you know, people are always talking like right now, I have a problem with censorship. I don't believe in it. I'm not saying that, you know, we don't need it, but I don't think we need it for certain things. You know, again, I have my own views. I'm not on here to push my views, but I'm just saying like people were trying to constantly silence him. And today, like I have an issue because there's so many people out there. If you say something, a joke that somebody, it offends everybody. And like, yeah, there are some jokes that, you know, are not funny, but you know, I still tell them. But no, people are trying to get rid of movies like Blazing Saddles. This is racist. This is this, and they're not smart enough to be like, okay, maybe the reason why they were pointing a joke at racism and making these jokes is to point out the obvious looks of racism.
Yeah,
you know, and like I just feel like there's so much pandering going on. Like here, you know, everybody has this ability to want to be liked, and then you have people who don't give a fuck. And then you have people who don't give a fuck, but they're too afraid because they've already built an empire. So they have to kind of like, you know, play the game. You know what I mean? Nothing wrong with that. But at the same time, don't come after me because I cracked a joke about, I don't even know, Richard Simmons. I'm not cracking a joke at Richard Simmons because he's gay. I'm cracking a joke at Richard Simmons because I grew up with him. I respected the guy. But you have to admit, watching those videos back in the 90s were really fucking goofy, where you're just kind of, you know.
Wait a minute, he's gay?
I don't know. People say he was.
This is breaking news. And you're like, wait a minute. No, it ain't, Bruce. This has been out there for a long time. No, but I mean, yeah, I mean, it is what it is. But to go back on what you were saying before, cancel culture and all that bullshit, it's going to die out eventually. I believe it is. I believe it's just a temporary thing. People still tell me all the time, oh, if Don Rickles was here, he would be canceled. My ass. No, he won't. No, he won't. You can't cancel that guy. He's a legend in the business. I don't know how you feel about him, but I love Don Rickles.
The man's been dead for like what, 3 years now, and you still can't get rid of him. People still talk about it. He was amazing. He was funny as shit. He was a great insult comic.
Just last week, I had Joseph D'Onofrio and from the Bronx Tale. And let me tell you something about that guy. He was in a movie where he played, yes, a bad guy. You know, he played one of the bad guys in the neighborhood that didn't like a certain group of people. Yes, but just like he mentioned in his interview, the movie progresses. The movie is there to show you what's right and what's wrong. Just because he was playing a bad character doesn't mean he's a bad guy. He's playing a character. He's trying to show you that what's wrong in the community and stuff like that. But at the same time, it was given a good. Bronx Tale was given a good note throughout the film. If you really watch the film, it was giving you something positive to understand instead of negative. If you understand where I'm coming from.
Yeah, I get it. I mean, when you look at it, most movies are cautionary tales anyway.
Yeah.
And I think first off, I think cancel culture, even though we didn't call it that, it's been around for years. People, no matter what, people have opinions. It's gotten worse because we've now given everybody their own soapbox, their own platform. Whereas before, people were writing in the penny column of the newspaper, "Don't go see this movie," or "Get rid of this is terrible." Now people have a platform that can reach millions of people, thousands of people if they wish, especially with TikTok, you know. And then you have people who make these programs, YouTube, TikTok, not saying anything bad about them, wonderful things to have, but they will have these things where people can kind of silence you by downvoting your video or reporting you for using your freedom of speech, which, you know. And of course, the biggest comeback that I see from people is, oh yeah, you can say whatever you want, we don't care about that, but there are repercussions. And when there's but here's the greatest thing about it, when these people make mistakes, they backpedal and there are no repercussions. You know what I mean? They try to act like they're saints. Or the biggest one is they throw their hands up and say, "I made a mistake, I've learned from it, let's move on." And then they go back and make the same mistake over and over again. You know what I mean? People, especially stupid people, and I'm not saying everybody's a stupid person. Stupid people are loud. They are loud because they're uneducated. You know, most smart people that I know, they don't talk much. They don't go to these parties and stuff like that. They don't go to rallies and all that stuff. There are some who do and want to change the world, but most people don't want to change the world. They want to change their world. They want to make them look big, look important. You know, yeah, George Floyd passed away and you had all these people standing up. What are they doing now? They're still not really trying. There's a few that I swear I see these people and they do try to change the world for African Americans. But these other people, it was just pandering. They wanted to be liked. They wanted to be, this is my church for the week. I'm going to do this and all will be forgiven. Yeah. You know what I mean? There's got to be a better way. If you're trying to get rid of, you know, these different stigmas or things that are going on, everybody has to work on it together. And honestly, there's always going to be hate in the world. People hate me, you know, and people hate you, I'm sure.
Yeah.
For nothing, because you do a fucking show and they can't. So, I mean, I just let it roll off and I just do what I do. Who are your inspirations? Let me ask you that. Like who made you want to do what you do right now on this show?
Honestly, I just want to travel the fucking world, and I need to do it. I'm not waiting for anybody to call me because that's not going to happen. So I'm trying to do my own thing, and hopefully somebody that watches the show says, this guy might be something, you know, we can use for this commercial, for this and that, you know. So, hey, it is what it is. But I'm very inspired by David Letterman. He is one of the people that I've always wanted to do something like him. Johnny Carson. Fuck Jay Leno. I'm sorry. I never been a fan of Jay Leno. If you are, that's fine. That's your opinion. But me, the guy stole David Letterman's job from the Tonight Show. He stole Conan's job back. He's just he was hiding in a closet when David Letterman was being interviewed for the Tonight Show. A lot of people don't know that. Like, are you kidding me? Like, he was hiding in a freaking closet. Think about that for a second. The guy's a sneak. He's a rat too, probably. Oh man, I don't know. That's my opinion.
He was like, I'll be in the lobby. One thing I heard about Leno, that was from Dave Letterman. I think Dave made that joke, but like Leno, I hear was like one of the best stand-up comics back in the 70s and 80s. I don't know. I don't know about today. I got tickets to go see him. I'm a Dave guy. I like Dave, but my inspirations for movie night was David Letterman, and Craig Kilborn and Jon Stewart. I like the early Daily Show with Craig Kilborn a lot. I thought it was really funny. I like how they poked fun at local news and stuff like that. It was less political. And I thought Craig was a great host who kind of played this kind of narcissistic, egotistical guy. And I kind of have that. That's my character in my show is, I think I'm better than everybody, but and I am. But like those guys, and then like Howard Stern, because there is no other guy like Howard, in my opinion. That guy can interview like crazy. He's got the best questions. He's so comfortable. He'll get you to open up, and like he's just a really cool guy. And I'm sure people who work for him, they talk shit on him and all this other stuff. I don't know anything behind it.
He's great.
But those were my inspirations, and then filmmaking inspirations. I love Sam Raimi. Acting inspirations, fucking Michael Keaton. I fucking love Michael Keaton. And a lot of people are like, well, why don't you like the greats? I'm like, I do like the greats, but when I think of like, I look at Michael Keaton, that guy could play anything.
Let me get your thoughts on him returning as Batman. That's pretty cool.
Well, being the fact that I'm coming back as Batman, I don't know. I think there's only no, I'm kidding.
I knew he kept something out of that interview.
I think it's fucking great that he's coming back because I loved him as Batman, man. He was like, one of my childhood heroes. And when this Flash movie comes out, I'm curious to see what happens because I think Affleck is in it as well.
Yeah. And there's a rumored there's going to be a few other people that they're not talking about yet. Like, for example,
like
Michelle
Andrew
Pfeiffer.
Garfield as Spider-Man.
Well, that the picture came out. You saw that. The picture came out already. Yeah, that's true. Him and Tobey Maguire. Am I spoiling?
They're in the movie.
Yeah. Well, this comes out this.
Wait a minute.
I'm about to.
They're making another Spider-Man movie?
You're joking, right? Because I know I had a few of these already, but yes, it's coming out in December, and Tobey Maguire is going to be in it, so that's pretty cool.
Spider-Man. Actually, believe it or not, we're doing my Silver Screams event tonight that I host. I do a live show at the movie theater, and we're showing Beetlejuice 1 tonight.
Tonight, December 5th?
Yes.
I'm going to keep that in. I'm keeping that
in. Tonight with Bruce Martin, December 5th.
People are
in
going to show
Ocean
up.
City, Maryland.
People are going to show up tonight. What happened 2 weeks ago?
Oh, the movie went bad.
Oh, it died on me.
People are gonna hate this. They're gonna be like, "Who the fuck is this guy?"
No, they're gonna love it. They're gonna love it. Besides you did mention about your people you looked up to and stuff like that, like George Carlin. But who inspired you to start the show? Besides David Letterman and George Carlin.
Craig Kilborn was a big inspiration to me, and it was because he and I have a very similar sense of humor. It's very irreverent, and I think he's a really funny. I think he plays the long game with his jokes, kind of like what Norm did, and he creates a character, and he kind of has this character that's really like an aristocratic type of guy. He drinks the best wines, liquors, dresses the best, and maybe that's him in real life. I don't know, but I always thought he was just really kind of cool and calm and collected when he did his humor, and it was just different. Like he would just do different things. He wasn't afraid to take risks, and that's who kind of like I would watch that. But I like the style that Jon Stewart had as well, where he would just kind of ramble on about things that were like Chicago deep dish pizza, like what the fuck is that?
Yeah.
So I do a lot of that on the show, and like I said, like I would love to host the Daily Show one day, or hell, I would love to be the host of Blues Clues, but we'll see.
We'll see what happens. Hey, they've been changing hosts every now and then. You never know.
Yeah, right.
You might be a little too
We need to
old
get.
now for
Hey kids, you all want to, come over here and learn how to pay taxes? Yeah, no.
Cancelled after one season, after one episode.
After like 5 minutes, they'll be like, "No, we got to get this guy off here. Get Steve back, please."
Get Steve back.
Yeah. So, but yeah, no, he was the inspiration.
And speaking
for a lot of it, and
John, sorry to interrupt you, but Jon Stewart, you said you were inspired by him too. His one of his best buddies, Stephen Colbert, took over another favorite of yours, David Letterman.
Yeah.
Is that something you were excited about?
I think I was not as excited as say, I like Colbert.
Yeah.
And I like what he's doing on the show for the most part. I think he's one of my favorite right now. Conan was the top.
Yeah.
And then I think Colbert is a good second. But I'm starting to watch this Seth Meyers guy, and he's like really fun. But what I miss the most is the gags, the skits, the characters, and like fucking Letterman back in the 80s. He would go out and work at Taco Bell for like a day, and like that was like a big funny thing. And like nobody really does that. I think Conan did it, and I miss that. I respect that. But like nobody else really does that, and everybody's too busy being too political, and rightly so. Everybody has their opinions. They're like assholes. They're going to be everywhere.
It's too political. Yes.
I don't want to go and watch it. I don't want to unwind it in the night and be like, hear somebody go up there and be like, oh, guess what? The president this, the president that, the president hit this with a wiffle ball bat.
Yeah.
I want to see. I want to be entertained. I want to see a good interviewer. I know it's hard, especially like, for some people, you only have like a couple minutes with the guests, but like Letterman seemed to own that and be able to, and Craig Ferguson did a good job. He would rip up those cards and be like, all right, let's do something different. Which I thought was great.
I always loved when he threw the notes away, because he just connected with the guest right away. I thought that was pretty cool.
We were going to go back to this. There's too much pandering. Everybody wants to be everybody's friend, and in comedy, you have to make an enemy because that's what the comedy is stemming from. So, I feel like they're like, oh, this is the popular opinion. Let's go with that. As opposed with, I think Dave Letterman was like, okay, well, hello, folks. Dave Letterman here. This is my opinion. That was him. He would just tell his opinion of the thing. And I don't know. I didn't really watch Leno. Leno was probably like, turkey pot pie. I don't, whatever he said.
That's exactly how he sounded.
Look, I don't want to talk bad about Leno, but
I'm saying it right now. Fuck Leno, especially for what he did to all these guys, man. He knew what he was doing. The money was there. Even though they paid Conan $40 million to leave, you can't say no to that. But at the same time, he knew what he was doing. He got bored of the car show. He got bored of the other show, and he just went back. He's like, that's what I know best. I wouldn't be surprised he walks out one of these days and takes back the Tonight Show from Jimmy Fallon.
Jimmy Fallon sitting there like, okay, so here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna, and then Jay walks in. He's all like, hey, I'm back.
Oh, that's perfect, man. I'm telling you right now. Fine, but
you couldn't get Stallone, man. That's why.
No, Stallone, he's here. You don't like my lock and big,
hey, yo, they say I use a penis pump.
Yeah, there you go. The Sean Connery came out.
Yeah, I was trying to do the Stallone, but yes, I'm Sean Connery. I'm gonna go home and beat my wife.
That is perfect. If I had the time, I would rewind this whole show and do it that way. The Sean Connery,
just to show Pesci. Yes, Bruce. I'm here from Scotland.
Scotland?
It's the Will Impression Hour. Ooh.
Oh man, but man, let me tell you something, man. I gotta wrap this up. It's getting late as it is. It is Tonight with Bruce Martin, but I got other shit to do. I gotta introduce a great guest, believe it or not, a great music performance coming up next. So once again, I just want to say to you, my friend, thanks for taking the time out of your schedule. Cheers to a good future and everything in between. And man, thank you for coming on, man.
No problem.
This is where you pick up your drink. And tickle the screen.
I think this has got bugs in it or something. I don't know. It's like all old.
Drink the worm. Drink the worm.
Well, thank you for having me on. It's been a pleasure. Oh, there goes the applause. I'm waiting for the hook to pull me off. But it's been a pleasure. Thank you, Bruce.
Go check out Will Devokees season 1 of Movie Night on YouTube. Yeah, okay. And check out his Instagram. He does post a lot of interesting stuff. He was just in Canada, I think, right? Is that right?
Yeah, I've been globetrotting. I just got back from Canada, and before that, I was in Dominican Republic, and I'll be going hopefully somewhere else soon too.
World traveler right there. So definitely check out his social media. He always posts some hilarious stuff, hilarious content. Check out his short trailers and all that. And ladies and gentlemen, once again, thank you, Will Devokees, and we'll be right back with a great music. Now, ladies and gentlemen, coming up next, a great performance. This guy is covering Daltrey's, one of his Daltrey's famous songs, Home. You don't want to miss it. Brae, Cruz, take it away.
I'm staring out into the night, trying to hide the pain. I'm going to the place where love and feeling good don't ever cost a thing, where the pain you feel's a different kind of pain. I'm going home to the place where I belong, where your love has always been enough for me. I'm not running from, no, I think you got me all wrong. I don't regret this life I chose for me, but these places and these faces are getting old, so I'm going home. I'm going home. The miles are getting longer, it seems, the closer I get to you. I've not always been the best man, a friend for you, but your love remains true, and I don't know why. You always seem to give me another try. I'm going home to the place where I belong, where your love has always been enough for me. I'm not running from, no, I think you got me all wrong. I don't regret this life I chose for me, but these places and these faces are getting old, so I'm going home. Be careful what you wish for, 'cause you just might get it all. You just might get it all, and then some you don't want. Be careful what you wish for, 'cause you just might get it all. just might get it up. Oh yeah. Oh, well I'm going home to the place where I belong, where your love has always been enough for me. Oh, I'm not running from, no, I think you got me all wrong. I don't regret this life just for me, but these places and these faces are getting old. I say these places and these faces are getting old, so I'm going home.
That was amazing. Purely amazing. Fantastic. Fantastic performance. I appreciate you, Brae, Cruz, man. You're a cool dude. You know, I appreciate you agreeing to come on and allow me to show your performance right here on the show. I would definitely want to have you back again on the show. That was just great. I'm sure everybody watching it enjoyed it. You just nailed it. You nailed it from the start to the finish. Really great performance. Thank you again. If anybody wants to know any information about Brae Cruz, his information is going to be below, ladies and gentlemen, in the bio. Don't go anywhere because we pretty much have nothing else to talk about. So yeah, that's it. His information is in the bio, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know what's going on. I'm a little loony right now because, you know, it's been a while. It's been 2-3 weeks, huh? Give me a break. Give me a break. But yeah, his information is going to be in the bio. So go check that out. Check out his social media, Instagram, YouTube. He probably has a Facebook too. It's all going to be below. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, we will be back next week with possibly a movie review or another guest. We'll see what happens. Stay tuned to my social media, which is only Instagram and Twitter for now, until I get my Facebook back. If not, I'll get a new Facebook. But for all you people, please follow me on Facebook once I get it. Until then, I'll see you guys next week. Take it easy. Take care of each other. Be kind, and I'll see you then. All right.